Good afternoon. Derek, you want to go ahead and cue up the first slide? I want to start out with a question this afternoon. When we get to our opening slide, I want to ask a show of hands, how many people, while they were traveling, felt like this poor guy over here? Anybody been somewhere and not know where to go, how to get there, when, whatever? Yeah, been there. What if technology offered a solution to remedy the top 10 unmet travelers' needs and the dilemmas that travelers face? Derek, go ahead. The problem, in a nutshell, is there is not a one-stop mobile digital travel tour guide app available in the market. And we started looking at it, we all think there's got to be an app for that. There wasn't. And that problem creates several different problems in the way of unmet needs, both for the traveler and for the place that they're trying to find. When you get out of the airport, somewhere you're trying to find something, you don't have the time in a new location. You don't know where you're going. You don't know who to ask. You don't know any locals. You don't have the time to do all this research online because you don't have one source for this kind of travel information. Travel information about authentic travel locations typically does not show up on online searches or readily available online information. You can't safely use a device to try to do your travel research while you're traveling. Try doing it with a baby and a suitcase and a cup of coffee in your hand in an airport. You get the trick, you get the idea. From the other side, from the people who want people to come to their market, to their location, authentic cultural locations, not the Cracker Barrel, not Stuckey's. That's not authentic. This is the kind of travel experience you get at Stuckey's. You get a nice magnetic map of the state of Mississippi. I don't know anybody in Mississippi's got one of those. That's not authentic travel. Then, these people do not have the money or the expertise to let the traveling public know they're there. How do you find Abe's Barbecue, the place that invented comeback sauce? You know, where's the Natchez Traces Indian mounds? What festivals? What trails are there? Those are the problems that we found were universally not being met by existing travel applications. Now the solution. I want to take a quick second to tell you a story about how the solution came to be. 4 guys walk in a bar in Mississippi, right? A tech entrepreneur, a wealth manager, a corporate executive, and a lobbyist. They get to having a very excited discussion about all their travel problems, and guess what breaks out in the bar? No, it's not a fight. What broke out was a solution to problems that all of us experience as professional and as recreational travelers. And Journez by Narratrip is the solution to the digital lack of information in digital, and it is a mobile travel guide just like you got somebody sitting in your car with you. That's not all it is. It is a cultural and economic development tool for those people who do not and cannot get into the stream of commerce, the places where everybody wants to go, that special po' boy, that one place where you know you're going to meet the locals, have a local experience. And so you travel around with an expert tour guide in your hand, in your car, on your bike, motorcycle, boat. You give travelers instant, hands-free, narrated, curated, real-time, turn-by-turn travel information that allows visitors to travel and live like a local and enjoy authentic local experiences. Derek? It provides an enhanced and unique travel experience you can't get anywhere else. It elevates your travel experience into an adventure, eliminates the need for all that travel research that ends up. When you go to Google and you get all your information for travel, this is what happens to you. Okay, here's Google. All right, wait a minute, here's Travelocity. Okay, who wants to put this together in 5 minutes I got left to talk? With a phone, with a baby, or in your car, or sitting around watching the Super Bowl. Not going to happen. And what we found out is that there is a market there, there's a gap in that market that this meets. We did 35 market surveys, innumerable interviews, none of which were with my mother, and got a lot of feedback, a lot of positive validation. Innovate selecting us for a seed fund award. The Mississippi legislature authorizing a $1 million appropriation to Narratrip to provide this to cities in Mississippi. Many, many areas of good positive feedback. But what our market research has shown is that the Journey, you can go back that one just one time, Derek. The Journez app fills the travel information gap for travelers. And And what our surveys also told us is, through online data, through one-on-one validation, through validation from the universe out there, that 100% of people travel at least once a year, most many more. 89% of those people use online search engines, Google, Google Maps, Apple Maps, et cetera. About 69% of those people seek information from locals. Good luck finding one, and hope that he likes the same thing you do. Only 21% of people today that we've targeted and marketed and surveyed use mobile applications for their travel information. We believe that difference between 21 and 69 is our accessible, realistic market gap that we can fill. Going up to that 89% is the total accessible market. And as Derek has here on our competitive differentiation slide, which is going to be up next, what makes us different? As I've said time and time again, we're the only one-stop source for all this data. Easy, hands-free, comes to you actively, not passively. Other apps can hit about 8 out of 10 if you use multiple apps. Internet search engines, about 6 out of 10 of the unmet needs. Ease, time, all those things we talked about. Standard advertising, 5 of 10, and physical locations, welcome centers, et cetera, about 6 of 10. Journez is the only one that hits all 10. That's the only one out there. Then we have identified executable and scalable pathways into multiple markets. We're starting small with cities, starting with Ocean Springs with a beta test that's imminent. We're going to be marketing to regional tourism marketing organizations, convention and visitors bureaus, Main Street, so forth, at a regional multi-county level. These are all enterprise type clients. Markets to the states, like our current agreement and hopefully appropriation this year from the Mississippi State Legislature. National level enterprises, AAA, National Park Service, Department of Interior, et cetera. And because it is it's translatable and has a translator function, we can market to any country in the world. Okay, Derek. One of the interesting things about this, we have multiple pathways to multiple markets, and we developed a unique marketing strategy that generates targeted users, generate multiple recurring revenue streams that tends to be a self-growing organism. We will use, hopefully first, buzz and launches and swag and all the free earned media you can get, trying to get it kicked up, taken off. If that don't work, we'll go to traditional marketing, billboards, digital and social, magazines, TVs, user apps and partners, influencers, earned media, printed material, standard traditional marketing techniques. Everybody wants to know, will it make money? Derek, if you put up that next slide, what we have determined by our research is in the first year, we're going to put all the money back into the app, continue the development and growth. Second year, be nominally profitable. Third year, about $302,000. The fifth year, $3.6 million. And if that was the 5-year chart that we had put up there, we didn't because the scale is so small. You see that red line going up more toward the traditional hockey stick type of return that investors are looking for. Our business model will generate recurring revenue with high growth potential from customers such as individual business owners for advertisement, enterprise level entities, cities, states, countries, third-party advertisers. The biggest revenue generator will be data that's not currently available anywhere for quality travel information. If you spend COVID money on travel, these agencies are required to use quantifiable data. Heads in beds and airplane flights do not give you quantifiable travel data. On the coast, during the oil spill, the hotels were full. There were no tourists. So we're going to give them quantifiable, usable data. But no idea, no business, no matter how good, is going to be a successful business if you don't have the right plan and the right team. We think we've laid out a good plan. We have over 100 years of combined entrepreneurial experience on our team that covers everything from finance, marketing, government, public affairs, technology, culture, and hundreds of years of multi-state relationships that we're reaching out to other states now to market the app. We have the experience, the expertise, we have the A-team to implement it, and we have a great business plan. More importantly, we believe in it. We got the fire in our gut. And I'll just say lastly, we invite you to let Journez guide you to incredible memories of adventure and travel the rest of your life by elevating your trip into an adventure. using one-stop, safe, and easy technology to accomplish those things and find the best-kept secrets, authentic travel, and the Journez will transform your drive into an adventure of discovery. I want to thank you all for your time. Go to Q&A here, but before we do, I'd like to bring my team up. George, y'all come on up here, let me introduce y'all. The guys in the bar were really real guys. And all it wasn't a bar, it was really a coffee shop. It's just not as good a story if it's not a coffee shop. But the tech guy, Derek Norsworthy, is our Chief Technology Officer, stood up a successful IT startup, knows a little bit about culture, he's a successful singer-songwriter, and a registered nurse. Our CEO, Lamar, he's the corporate exec. He handles contracts for the largest defense contractor in the world, Ingalls Shipbuilding in Pascagoula. He is our Chief Executive Officer. George Cumbus is our wealth manager. He's owned a successful wealth management business for years on the coast. He is our Chief Knowledge Officer because George really knows something about everything and knows everybody. One of the things I would like to anticipate on a question, you might say, where is the offer? What are these guys wanting us to do? We are in beta testing on our app. We're very excited about the concept. We're going to go get our market data validated, our revenue data validated, and our expense data validated. If after having done all that, we find that it's in our interest to go out for outside resources and financing, we look forward to come to you with a very exciting proposal for a wonderful investment opportunity. Thank you very much. Anybody have any questions? No, I have not put this puzzle together yet. Yes, sir.
Can you describe how that functions when you're looking for new avenues without your hands compared to like Google or Apple?
It's going to be narrated. It's going to be curated. You'll have an option where it will talk to you and you can have interaction, conversation with it, or you can just say, tell me more about number one. But when you're driving down the street and you get in our geofence area, think of this as the difference between a crab trap and putting out a seine net. Crab traps, fishing lines, they're okay. You catch one fish at a time. You got a bunch of poles, catch more, put a lot more out there. With a seine net, you capture everything that is in the ocean. So when you go through a service area and your geofence tags and you come up on your IP addresses, you got an app here that can tell you the coolest places in Lafayette County, Mississippi to go. One click and two answers to two questions and it's yours. And then it starts speaking and narrating turn-by-turn directions as you drive, if you want it to talk. Sure.
And to that point, if you notice over here on the side screen, we do have a filter type. So based upon the user preference, you will be able to, navigate or be able to customize your filters and your interests based upon what you like. That way you don't catch things when you come into that geofence area that wouldn't be of interest to you, that will bring in you information that you would want to get.
Thank you, Derek. One of the neat things about our marketing plan is everybody that's associated with this app benefits from us being successful. The user gets a better app, better information, better travel. The place that you're trying to get them to gets more customers, more tourists, they make more money. The advertisers do better the bigger the app gets. Our enterprise partners, every element of this are going to be helping us market and promote this app because it is in their interest to do so. That's an organic, self-growing modeling concept for marketing that is pretty rare. And if this thing don't take off out through the roof like we want it to initially, we'll go ahead and go back to traditional advertising. Other questions? Yes, sir.
I was listening to your ad proposal, so I'm familiar with the coast, and I was looking at an event, particularly like in Journez, they have the Game Tree Art and Crafts Festival. So if I was a big craft guy, my preference would be crafts. So would that immediately like pop up just everything related at that time, or it's going to be something that's going to have a scheduling conflict? How would that be? Is it up to date? Is the system updated frequently?
You'll have an ascending set of choices about, how much of it you use, how much information you put in. But there'll be easy, quick filters, history, culture, music. Then there'll be sub-filters, and you can put as much in as you want. Every time you put in, add a preference, we're going to give you an incentive because that data is what's going to end up being the most worthwhile thing. Yes, ma'am.
My question kind of goes along that, like, does it learn what you like if everywhere you travel, you're always going to a craft fair?
Yes, let me turn this over to the technical expert.
Yeah, so to speak to that, in reference, so what you would get if you do pick an art filter, which was following the crafts, as you hit that geofence location, you're not even gonna have to look for that. We're gonna make you aware of what's happening there. You never have to look for it. That's one of the things right now. You don't have to Google search. It's gonna happen based upon your interest. And your question was again?
That, is it learn like what kinds of things, so if I always.
Yes. So so in our beta test, we will not have that feature, but as we look to build and expand the app, we're going to learn a lot more about our customers. We're going to be collecting a lot more data from our customers to learn who our customers are, what they like, and then we'll tailor that experience using technology and algorithms to present things to you that you like.
I think they call it predictive suggestions. For people like me, it's great, because I don't know what I'm doing with an app anyway. Yes, ma'am.
Who's developing the app? I'm sorry.
It's a Mississippi-based company.
So we have a Mississippi-based company called Project 9. Project 9 is led by Brandon Thompson. He is he's a CT, one of the chief user experience officers at Uber by day. And so we've had the blessing to work with him on his night shift job, which is helping build out technology on the app. So we have an all-star team of people from, he was at Twitter, now he's at Uber doing UX design there. So we've been guided along by those guys, as well as we got some people who also work at Google and Amazon who are helping us on this. And another question?
How does it handle if you're on a virtual private network all the time on your phone? You're on your own VM.
So as far as so this would be off your data, like data carrying. So this would be like LTE, whatever your network provider is. So that would not be something that would interfere, or should not interfere with it from our current standpoint, due to it being off a service provider like a C-Spire, Verizon, any type of LTE, 5G, or even Wi-Fi.
I think there was one over here, anywhere? Well, we got a lot of great people here today, super folks that got to present. We're going to try to save as much time as we can. Please know we'll have a booth at the conference tomorrow. If you want to know more, please come look us up, or this afternoon. We look forward to it. We always want to thank Innovate's world-class staff for their help and guidance in this. And we look forward to you having wonderful travel experiences with Journez. Thank you all.